as well.
Yes.
Irrespective of the fact that we want to be happy, always we can't be happy.
Yes. Is it an assumption or a reality? I will try to check. One thing is clear to us that each one of us wants to be happy. Yes. Now there are two possible ways. I will try to be happy from external sources by having lot of money, by having through the sensations, through the physical facilities, by having the you can say favorable feelings from the other. That is one way. Or I can be happy with right understanding and right feelings. The second source, that is by having this right understanding and right feelings, I can be in harmony every moment, and my goal of continuous happiness can be realized. As long as I am dependent on the outer sources, there is a dependence, there is no continuity, and there is no, you can say, closing point. You can keep on, yes, we'll keep on exploring this. Yes, Didi, yes.
You're saying about physical facilities. You're talking about physical facilities
Yes.
as external sources.
Yes.
I'm talking about, say for example, two of us are sitting here and I am disrespected and she is respected. It happens several times. I feel insulted and it makes me unhappy.
Yes.
It's an external factor.
Yes.
It's not within me.
But that feeling which is generated in me is within, but every time, in fact, we'll see this part more in detail. We'll start with the feeling of the trust. But I just want to ask you, many times, same word is used by different people. Do I give the same meaning to that? For example, my close friend, we are joking and he says, you are a fool. Jokingly says, you are a fool. I accept that, I also laugh. But now I go to my department with somebody, I have this feeling of opposition, there is some argument going on, he has given me some work and there is some mistake and he says you are a fool. What I do? I start arguing with him. I feel insulted. Who has taken this decision in the first case to accept that, in the second case to have this feeling of opposition? It is me. I give meaning to that. We'll see that this part we can say more in detail. Right now, what we are trying to explore is that I need this body. I am the consciousness. I need this body for realizing, by achieving this goal of happiness and prosperity. And for that, I have this responsibility towards the body to nurture, protect, and rightly utilize the body. I will come to that question. Am I able to fulfill this responsibility? Yes, no. Now, all of us are having the vehicles, car or at least two-wheeler is there. Now, suppose there are one petrol pump is near my home, 1 kilometer. There is another petrol pump some far away, maybe 3 kilometer. But the petrol pump which is nearer to me, 1 kilometer, I have the doubt, in fact, it is confirmed that there the petrol is adulterated. They are mixing something with the petrol, whereas other petrol pump which is slightly away 3 kilometer, there is no such problem. I want to fill the petrol in my vehicle. Where I will go? 1 or 3? So this maybe bike, 80,000, 1 lakh rupees. I know that if I put the adulterated petrol, that bike will get damaged. There will be some problem with the engine. I have this clarity with my vehicle. Do I have same clarity with my body? My friend tells me, yes, let us go for party. There you can say the liquor is served and that gives different sensation. And then without any thought, I want to enjoy. I know that it is not good for my body. It can create some problems. And many times I am governed by the sensations. I think that I am just going by the road and see there is some, you can say, dhaba, and they are frying something, that samosa vada. I know that this may not be good, that oil may not be properly used, same oil is being used, and many times I know that it creates a problem, but I'm governed by the sensations. I take a stop there, I eat it, and next day I may have some problem. So this, yes, so yes.
Sir, now you give me one example that in the petrol pump which is 1 kilometer away from our place, we have a doubt of altering the petrol. The other one is 3 kilometers away from our, right? We went. So we have to go to the 3 kilometers petrol pump, right? Now on liquor bottles and on the cigarette packs, it is written that if you drink it, you will die. People are going to that and drinking only that.
Yes, yes. So that is what is
So one more
the.
problem is here. Government is spending a lot of money on advertising or stopping this whatever liquor, drinking and smoking. So when we go to watch a movie in the theater, whoever smoke, they will go and smoke in the smoking area. Whoever not smoking, simply they are sitting and drinking cold drink and eating popcorn. The screen showing only the advertisement to the people. Who are happy. Those who drink, those who smoke, they are gone out for smoking. Those who are drinking cold drink and popcorn, those who are eating popcorn, they are saved. How we can change the world if we do like this?
If
Sir, don't change the world.
Yes,
You
yes.
change yourself
Yes.
first. That is the right
Yes.
understanding. What you need for your body, what you need for your body and self.
Yes.
Then right understanding for your body and yourself, automatically the world will be changed.
yes, means all discussion will be towards me. Okay. So see, yes, if I'm not doing, if I'm taking care of my body, that is all right. That is really very nice. But in my class there are 60 students, and out of these 60, maybe one student is governed by this. If I can help that student, that is worth it. If I can help one of my friends who is governed by this, who is not taking care of, is not able to fulfill this responsibility towards the body, if I can help him with this, that is okay. Now we are talking about all this now. This is at level, and there are n number of such situations here. We cannot work here. What we'll try to do, that here where we have to work, the right understanding part. With right understanding now, my imagination, my thoughts will be, and that is reflected here. There are n number of problems, and for each problem I can have a different solution. That is one way. Or for all problems I can have a single solution, and then that is this one, development of the right understanding. We are trying to work for this. So now here the self-regulation is feeling of responsibility towards the body for nurturing, protection and right utilization, and with this I can ensure health in the body. Health in the body means body acts according to I. Whatever instruction is given by self, by I to the body acts according to that, and parts of the body are in harmony, in order. Our body has got so many organs, millions of cells. These different organs, they are working in harmony, in the order. If that is happening, we can say that my body is healthy. Physical facility is required to fulfill the responsibility of the self towards the body. Since yesterday we are talking about these physical facilities, let us try to see what is the role of the physical facilities, why we require all these physical facilities. The physical facility is required to fulfill the responsibility of the self towards the body to keep the body in good health. For nurturing, protection and right utilization of the body, the required physical facility can be identified. For example, for nurturing the body, yes, for nurturing the body, food is required. Food required is limited or unlimited? Every month, in the beginning or first week, we make a list of grocery. 5 kg sugar, this much kg of rice, this pulses, etc. And we know how much is required. So I can identify how much quantity is required. Of course, what are the different types and how much quantity is required. So for nurturing the body, food required is limited or unlimited? Yes, limited. To protect the body, I require clothes, shelter. Requirement of the clothes to protect the body is limited or unlimited? For example, for rainy season, now rainy season has started, I require umbrella. Maybe you can say in family 4 members are there, I will say each one of them requires one. Suppose somebody is using raincoat, then I will say 3 umbrella, 1 raincoat, like this. So but anyway, that some number is there, but that is limited. Shelter, I require a home. Number is limited or unlimited? I require one home, right? In one home, I can stay. So this is limited. For right utilization of the body, instruments are required. We require different types of instruments for right utilization of the body. For example, just before this workshop was to be arranged, there was a meeting, AICT team and from the college principal sir, director sir, LPC, and they just asked what are your requirements. We said we require a collar mic. We said we require 1 collar mic and 2, you can say, hand mics. So that is a limited number. Actually, they have provided 2 collar mics. But the point is that we can identify what is the requirement. So that is for right utilization, so that I can speak in a normal term, you can say tone, and still all of us can hear it. That another mic is there so that participants can ask. We generally feel that 2 mics are sufficient. So for right utilization of the body, instruments are required. They are required limited or unlimited? Yes. So the quantity of the food required for nurturing the body, is it limited or unlimited? Clothes, shelter for protection of the body, is it limited or unlimited? Instruments, equipments, so sorry, for right utilization of the body, is it limited or unlimited? I can check for myself, is it limited or unlimited, and what is my conclusion? They are required in the limited quantity. Means the physical facility is required to keep the body in good health, so the right utilization of the body can be ensured. That is, physical facility is required only for nurturing, protection and right utilization of the body. If we can see that physical facility for nurturing, protection and right utilization of the body is required in a limited quantity, then we can understand meaning of prosperity. Till this time, what was my assumption? I require a lot of physical facilities. But now, if I am able to explore that role of the physical facilities is to nurture, protect and rightly utilize the body. In fact, when we are sharing this content with the students, we can give them one exercise. Just make a list of every physical facility you are having at your home, right from the kitchen. Maybe you can say 1 gas, 2 cylinders, these many utensils, these many spoons, like that. make a total list and just check whether it is required to nurture the body, protect the body, and rightly utilize the body. And there can be some physical facilities in your home where you find that they are neither required for nurturing, for protection, for right utilization. So now every time, in fact, as I start, next time when I want to purchase something, I can just check it whether it is required and whether it is required in the limited quantity. So with this now, we can explore the prosperity. The prosperity is the feeling of having or producing more than the required physical facility. Now it means with the right understanding, I can identify how much physical facility is required. Because if this part, you can say if this part is not clear, many times if you just ask the students that you are in the final year and after education you can say of course you will get a job, then how much salary you want, they will quote lot of big figure and then they will say why, because I want to buy this, I want to have this, I want to do this. But if we see that required physical facility is limited and prosperity is the feeling of having or producing more than required physical facility, here there are two important points. With the right understanding, I am able to identify how much physical facility is required for my family. And that time and quantity I can decide for my family, I can decide for your family, you can identify with right understanding. And then I will try to have the proper skills and I will try to either produce or make available. For example, as you can say, suppose my family requires 100 kg rice per year. If I am a farmer, if I can produce more than 100 kg, I know that for this year required rice is there at my home. As far as that is concerned, I have this feeling of the prosperity that yes, sufficient rice required for till the next season, the harvest season comes, I got the sufficient rice. If I am a professor, I work in the college, I get the salary, I will purchase more than 100 kg rice. So either produce or make it available, and with that I have this feeling of prosperity. So here 2 points. First, identification of the required physical facility, including the required quantity with the right understanding, and second, ensuring the availability or production of more than the required physical facility with the right skills. And with this, I can have this feeling of the prosperity. A prosperous person thinks of right utilization, nurturing the other. If I find that yes, whatever is available with me, that is sufficient, then I feel prosperous. With this, I think of right utilization, nurturing the other, a deprived person. But on the other hand, if I have this, you can say that whatever is there with me is not sufficient for me or my family, that feeling of the deprivation is there, then I think of accumulation, exploiting the others. Yes, any question here? Yes? Yes. I think one mic we can keep with Didi only. Yes. Where is, yes, this one. Very nice, but Didi is trying to explore, and in fact Bhaiya is also asking so many questions and in fact contradicting. If you are simply accepting, in fact that is also not okay. If there are, you can say, counter claims, and if you say that this is not acceptable, and that is better, we can have the discussion that will give us more clarity. Yes, Didi? Yes.
So we were talking about physical facilities and you are confining yourself always to the example of food. whether it is enough, sufficient and all. Okay, food will be sufficient to that extent, that's fine. But when it comes to needs, like what we need, like we have like stages of comfort and luxuries. Okay, what has been a luxury at some point of time has become a necessity now.
Yes. Yes.
Automatically what will happen, your needs will grow. When your needs will grow, well, automatically you crave for money. You want more. Without having money, you can't satisfy the physical facility. So in that sort of situation, always you can't say that you can confine yourself with what limited things you have. There will be no growth or prosperity if you are stopping there.
And that is what, in fact, this is what we are trying to, you can say, develop in my student, in my child. I want to develop this capacity. I want to develop the right understanding that every child can identify what I require. What type, for example, now this hall is there, AC is required right now. Unfortunately, you can say that there is a range, so temperature down, but otherwise, we require the AC so that this temperature can be there, maintained, and we can have this particular workshop properly. One alternative could be to have the fan, but that fan sound will keep on distracting the participants. In fact, the other day I asked LTC madam, is there AC? She said, yes, it is an AC hall. So, depending upon that, but I should be able to identify what is requirement. If this is the hall, how many ACs are required? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that I need to identify. If that clarity is there, then at my home, I can decide if there are, you can say, how many persons and how many ACs I need to have. But if that clarity is not there, sometimes I will fit the AC even in kitchen. Of course, even my own wife had an argument about this. She said, what you are saying, means we are just discussing at home. She said that yes, in kitchen also AC is required. Fortunately, I don't have, but then I will have to think that I will have to develop this right understanding and check, really do I need it? If it is needed, and that's why identification. Every individual, every family can identify what is my family requires. What type and what is, now this is, you can say, what type of luxury I require. But while deciding this, I go by right understanding. I don't go by some preconditioning, some advertisement. Sometimes we can make out, but sometimes we cannot make out that this advertisement, it doesn't happen like this. No, there was one advertisement because there is an extreme case. They show on the TV that if you use this deodorant, a young boy uses that deodorant and we can say some such perfume, I don't know exact word, but then the moment he starts using this, 3-4 smart girls start following him.
Yes.
Does it really happen in the life? Yes. So, but there we know that this is a very, we can say, and they are going to extreme. But their point is that if this advertisement is seen by 100 students and it is their observation that really the sale has increased.
Fair and Lovely also has increased.
So Fair and Lovely, yes. Use this soap and you will look like a young girl. And then they say that she goes to that college and are you mother and like this. So it is there. So, but if I can make out, yes, I need this. So that's why this right understanding and quantity. It depends, you can say, even when we are discussing the family members, they also say yes, 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 this is, and they may say at some point of time they will agree. But the important point here is that I am able to identify, and secondly, more than, how much more and what is the purpose? More is to share with a feeling of relationship with others. For example, at my home for a month, if I require 5 kg sugar, if mother knows that the guests are going to come, she will say, bring 6 kg, because guests are going to come, we have to prepare, or suppose some festival is there, we have to prepare the sweets. So that more, how much monthly if I required, how much this month, that is, we'll have to decide. But with this, I have the feeling of prosperity. Otherwise, what was my concept of prosperity? Having lot property, money, I can say all this, my home filled with so many things. Basically, having more wealth was my definition of the prosperity. But what is prosperity? The feeling of having or producing more than the required physical facility. So with this, if I got one home, I will feel prosperous. But if I think I need to have more number of flats so that people will respect me, that is an unlimited. In fact, when this was being shared in Delhi, one participant, he said what happened, that he and his wife, both of them were working in good colleges, and right after they got married, they decided that we are going to have many flats. And then he said immediately after marriage 1 year, we can say invested, purchased one flat, paid EMI for that, the loan we finished very quickly. Then the second, and then we're planning, and then second also almost finishing, we're planning for the third, and we're feeling very prosperous. Yes, now almost 2 flats I'm having, third one I'm in the process of the booking. But then one day said that one of my classmates came there, and then we're discussing, and both of them were working in the industry. And then you can say during the conversation, they say that they have got 4 flats. The moment I heard the word that my friend, my classmate is having 4 flats, all that feeling of the prosperity which was having had gone. But now there is a new target, that because I have to get more than that. But then some other friend will come, he will say 6. But if I have this clarity that to protect my family, I require one home, and that this flat is fulfilling that one, I have the feeling of the prosperity. Otherwise, in spite of having my own flat, I will have this feeling of deprivation. See, what is my 2 BHK flat and my friend's bungalow is doing? Same thing. We are staying together as a family. If I have this clarity that this flat is required to protect my body and my relatives, then I feel prosperous. So even if I'm passing by a bungalow of my friend, I don't get disturbed. Maybe tomorrow if I get money, I can also construct one such bungalow. But today at least I don't get disturbed, because my 2 BHK flat and that bungalow, they are serving the same purpose. Yes.
Sir. Sir.
Yes. Please continue.
Sir, I have one point, sir.
Yes.
If they are fully focused on physical, not to focus on physical facility, he is not earning. For example, let us take a farmer. We are growing for only 30 kg, for example, for our family we require. And if we restrict like this in ourselves, so not to get more crops, for example, then how we can export to other countries, how business will go on. First point. Second thing is, if we restrict ourselves that only one cold chain is required for sufficient farm and life, for example, then all other countries are earning continuously and buying all the gold from India. Then all the gold will go on from India. Third thing, for example, if we have sandalwood, for example, if we are restricting to only one table buying, then all other countries are earning more. Then all the sandalwood, redwood will go out of India. Then nothing will be there in India at last. Only very restricted mentalities we have. Okay, we will be peaceful, but what about safety also? Good relation we require. So for Afghanistan, we are sending so many of crops, wheat, everything they are giving freely. Discount that. Their relationship will be also gone. Then Sri Lanka is in losses. We have sent so much of money. The economy we have not grown. Then what about support from the other countries? How to maintain? If more economy we have, more S-400s we can buy. So many things we can develop our country. Everything will be gone.
Still means that's why we are coming to this behavior and work. What is being said here is that how much a farmer that more, this more individual can decide, as a nation we can decide how much is required for me, for my family. What is happening right now, my assumption is that requirement is unlimited. I am running from one target to another. Entire day I am working. Many times in metro cities, people are doing double duties. And if I am able to identify what is my need of the physical facilities, I can work for that. And this more that will have to decide how much more is required. Already we have seen that the food production is 6 times that of the population. If every individual can identify their need of the physical facilities, available physical facilities are already more than required. But if everybody starts thinking that I require unlimited, then it is not going to, we can say, then it is going to create a problem. Yes. So as far as now, or we can say all these things we'll talk about when we start with the topic on society, because or whether it is nation as a nation or other nation, that part comes under society. Right now we are talking about ourselves, that do I have the feeling of the prosperity? Let me check with myself. Do I think that I am a prosperous person or I feel deprived? Have I just really checked that whatever physical facility, whatever bank balance right now I am having, that is sufficient to meet my needs, already I am having? If I am able to identify, am I able to see that whatever salary I am having, whatever salary I am going to get in future, with that I can meet all my required needs, and do I feel prosperous or do I feel deprived? What do you think is the reason for the corruption? Somewhere we can say there may be some officer, in spite of earning, in fact, as we see in the newspapers, that when there, you can say, houses are raided, there are crores of rupees. Maybe you can say it may be some 30 crore rupees. At certain point of time, he must have amassed 10 crores. Still he feels, no, it is not sufficient. I need to earn more. Sometimes 20 crores. Still he feels, no, even this is not sufficient. I need to earn more. And like this, and one day he is caught. But can you see that my need of the physical facilities is limited? We are taking the example of food, as Didi was asking about food, because it is easier to understand the food. My intake, how much food I can take, you can say, but same thing is about the clothes. When I go for the purpose of the clothes is to protect my body. To protect my body, how many clothes are required? I can identify, but when I attach respect with the clothes, how many clothes are required, and need for this respect is continuous. Means every moment. Now that need, which is continuous in nature, to fulfill that, how many clothes are required? It becomes unlimited. Every new marriage, every new function in the college, every time I visit a mall, I see some shirt, I think I need to purchase this. In my cupboard, there can be so many saris, but the moment there is we can say some invitation, I think I need to have a new sari. My cupboard may be overflowing, but at birthday I expect my spouse to give me some shirt or some sari. Whereas already my cupboard is full, you can say full with that.
Sir, can I have a point here?
Yes.
This is with reference to what Sir has been asking about the limited production of food and all.
Yes.
Sir, when you are going for cultivating a farm or any such thing, the yield won't be in your hands. Maybe you are producing more or less. Okay, the production which you have got, nobody is stopping you to produce only a limited kind of thing. If you have that, you share with others. You'll find happiness in it.
Yes.
And there's
So that-
nothing wrong. Here
Yes.
the point is not confining to what we need, but how best we are utilizing it without being wasted.
Yes. So that is a prosperous person thinks of right utilization, nurturing the other. I'll just quote this because this happens many times. I bring a lunch box and my friend says, today my wife was not well. I have not brought the lunch box. If I feel that that lunch box is sufficient for both of us, if I have this feeling of the prosperity, I will tell, don't worry, I have my lunch box, we'll share it. But if I feel that lunch right now, whatever I bought, that is not sufficient for me, if I feel deprived, during lunch time, I will try to avoid that one. So it all same lunch box, it will be, you can say, a prosperous person thinks of right utilization, nurturing the other. A deprived person thinks of accumulation, exploiting the other. And you can say both the types of examples we see in the society. Okay. Yes, but we'll have yes, the last one because already time. Yes.
So you, from last 3 days of lessons,
Uh-huh.
I came to understand one thing that as a person, you have to develop a realistic understanding. By that, we know that what is real happiness. That real happiness can be obtained by harmony and everything. Beyond that, the happiness beyond that harmony level is leading to excitement, that you know. But if you are the people are able to attain that position, so-called position called happiness, then every person will stop and cease working further. For example, if you say a person needs 20 sarees as a woman, I need a 20 sarees. Those 20 sarees are sufficient for me to survive comfortably. But if I start, if I get satisfied there itself and I start working, I don't have enthusiasm to live. If I obtain those 20 sarees, I may not have enthusiasm to do further work and to live further. That is not a required quality. If every person got to reach to that sustaining point, every person will start working and looking enthusiastically towards the future. Then there will be no growth. For example, if you take a richer person who is in well-to-do condition, he has every comfort, and if you start working there itself, you want to start a factory or some educational institution or something, he may think that I got everything in a comfortable, I'm living in a comfortable zone, why should I work further? Why, if I do something wrong, other person will think I'm a very genius person. So if he starts there itself, the outcome from that industry or factory or educational institution will be stopped there itself. Because if he starts an industry, he may give life or he may give, jobs and say many opportunities to say many other people. So what my opinion is, a kind of enthusiasm must be there even after reaching certain point. The so-called lessons you are giving are much required for those contaminated politicians and other people who don't know the limitation of their wealth. Last time I heard during election time, a politician announced his assets are 5 crores before 10 years. Now it reached to 5,000 crores. Still he got seat and he contested for the parliament seat. These lessons are much more useful to those politicians who don't know the limitation and those youngsters who don't have basic values and others. For common people, they must have little enthusiasm and zeal to live, even they reach the certain point also. Because most of middle class people will have one house, will have certain comforts. If they start working, they will sell where the road. So we have to take these all things to those people. I
Yes.
think this is my opinion.
Yes. We'll discuss this, but Didi, just you are attending this workshop and you are also exploring as your exploration shows, and you continue this journey, and maybe after 10 years is assumed to be a time. After 10 years, when you reach this state of continuous happiness, every moment you are in harmony, comfortable within, what will be your program beyond that? Does it mean that now, yes, I'm in harmony, let me resign the job? Is it going to happen like that? Even after that, I will continue, but now my goal will be to share this content with the others and help them to reach this state of continuous happiness. Even when I reach this, in fact, why this is called as a basic aspiration, because I've got so many desires. Often we'll make a list of the desires, and all these desires are because I want to be happy and prosperous. Basically what Didi is asking, what if I reach this state of continuous happiness and prosperity, then beyond that I just want to continue in that state of happiness and prosperity. I don't want anything beyond that. Of course, it will take a lot of time, but maybe after, because all these 800 crore people, if they reach this state of continuous happiness, still that they will keep on, they need food. So farmers will have to work in the farm. Still, we can say the doctors will be required for vaccination, because that is how the question comes in, what will be the duty of the doctors and all these, etc. But then what we'll be doing, we'll be producing those things which are required for nurturing, protection and right utilization of the body. Will not be producing so many things, products which may be actually harmful for the body. And that example of that pillow which is fireproof, they are saying this pillow is fireproof, use this, but whatever chemical they are using, that is actually can cause the cancer. There are many, you can say, these issues which can discuss, but all of these can come in the part of the society. Okay, the thing is that every human being, when he reaches this state of complete right understanding, that is what you can say excellence. If you see, in fact, every region, every state, there have been the people who have reached this state of complete understanding. We revere them, and what they have done, whatever they have understood, they have tried to share it with other human beings and helping them to reach this state. Yes? So we'll have a break here. It is 1:10 actually, since this question was there. Okay. So 1:10, we'll come back at 2:10. Okay. Thank you.
Student sharp, please.
कुमार भैया पण एकदा बोलले होते, नंतर मग लोक म्हणजे समजा असं कोणीतरी बोललं की या लोकांमुळे प्रोडक्शन कमी होतं.